Good morning, everyone. We're just waiting for a few more people to sit and log in for today's session. So we will be beginning probably in about 2 minutes or so. Thank you all for your patience and look forward to chatting with you. All right, everyone, good morning. And thank you for attending today's webinar focused on Walmart sponsored products. My name is Ben Ryan Schwartz, and I am a Senior Engagement Manager here at Deliver. Some quick housekeeping before we begin. To ensure you can hear my voice and see my screen, if you could please respond yes or no to the instant poll that I just sent. All right, perfect, great. All right. Well, for the purposes of today's webinar, the structure will be that we will provide an overview of the Walmart Sponsored Products Program, followed by a Q&A. That being said, please feel free to enter your questions in the question box at any time, and we will address them at the conclusion of today's presentation. As sellers operating e-commerce businesses across multiple sales channels, you likely already understand the importance of competitive pricing and fast delivery. At Deliver, we recognize that having the best price and offering, fast and free shipping are key factors influencing customer purchases. However, ensuring you can reach your customer is paramount to scaling your respective businesses. That is why advertising should be a key component of your overall e-commerce sales strategy. And with that, I am thrilled to introduce today's guest speaker from the Walmart Media Group, Dion Resnick, Senior Manager of Retail Enablement.
Hi guys, thanks for the intro, Ben. Like Ben said, my name is Dion Resnick and I am the Senior Manager of Retail Enablement here at the Walmart Media Group. And I specifically focus on sponsored products and getting new advertisers interested in sponsored products through educational series like this webinar. Today's webinar will focus on sponsored products, really how you as a seller can utilize sponsored products for, whether you're trying to brand awareness, new products on Walmart, trying to grow your visibility, and how our sponsored products can help you along the lines with some best practices and some reports that we have available for you all. So let's get started. So sponsored products, they're really here to help you drive discovery and purchases with shoppers searching for your products on Walmart. We know consumers spend 55% of their purchase journey in the initial research stage. So brands need to inspire shoppers in order to them to move through a sale along with search advertising. Walmart is one of the largest search engines for products. So we know consumers are moving outside the marketing funnel by changing the way that they research and buy products online. And online shopping is about relevance and convenience. And when consumers know what they are looking for, they go to sites like Walmart. Walmart customers, as you can see here, we have 16 million searches every day, 185 searches every second, 647 page views every second. We have unparalleled scale, and we have the ability to reach 95% of Americans. So if brands are limiting themselves to only, to in-store, and not online, they're missing out on a massive opportunity. 160 million omni shoppers a week on Walmart, and like I mentioned, 95% of American households are reached. 50% of US consumers are actually starting their product discovery journey on retail sites like Walmart. And when we look at the typical customer of a Walmart shopper, they're in three mindsets. So they're in inspiration phase. These are, consumers who are looking to, let's say, redo their bedroom. They're looking for, new sheets, maybe a new, throw, or they're looking to that research phase. The research phase, this is where they're like going to multiple sites to compare more expensive items. So are they looking for a TV? Are they looking for baby items, a bicycle? And then you have the task. These are like your everyday replenishing. So dog food, shampoo. And so we want to influence customers wherever they shop and be able to drive measurable omni-channel impact, right? So we want to capture them wherever they're shopping, in store, online, full funnel. So we have online, offline, in store, and then we're able to measure that with a closed loop measurement. How we stand out is that we are able to measure in store and online, which really sets us apart. So if we just look at our overall product portfolio, we have native display ads. Really, these are to reach and inspire and close a loop. These are like the native ads, whether you see like a search brand amplifier or a search POV when you look on Walmart.com. We have sponsored products, which we will only focus on today. So these are to help Walmart.com and online grocery customers discover your products within the search results and product pages. And then we have video where you're really going to tell that brand story. So let's dive into sponsored products. So what are sponsored products? Sponsored products are pay-per-click ads that appear within the organic search results, product detail pages, and category pages on Walmart. So as a seller, are you looking for more people to be aware of your brand, reach net new customers, drive sale for your products, engage with high intent shoppers? Sponsored products are really going to help you get discovered by giving you an instant visibility boost. They're going to help increase sales because you're reaching customers who are searching for your products, and we're driving them to your product detail pages. They're either content driven or they're keyword driven, and we will dive into the difference later on in this presentation. What's so great about them is that they're cost control ads because they're pay-per-click ads. You're only paying when someone clicks on your ad. Another thing about sponsored products is it also helps with your organic ranking on Walmart. So a lot of times if you are a new vendor on Walmart, your items might not appear within the first 3 pages of the search results page. They might be further on down the pages. So being able to utilize sponsored products really helps improve your organic ranking as we're able to show your ads in higher visibility parts of Walmart.com, which leads to clicks, which leads to your overall performance on Walmart. So when we look at sponsored products and how we define our strategy, we look at like a growth and defend strategy, right? Because we know people aren't just going to Walmart to window shop, right? So what are they doing? Are they, as a vendor, are you looking to grow? Are you looking to grow your market share, find new customers, boost low volume SKUs, or you're looking to defend. As you know, there's millions and millions of sellers that come onto Walmart each and every day. So being able to utilize sponsored products to defend, protect your market share, have like an always on strategy, because also people are coming onto Walmart at all times of the day. So being able to make sure that we're maximizing your SKUs as much as possible, right? So looking to increase your share of wallet, maximize your most profitable SKUs. Where are sponsored products displayed? So I'm sure when you go onto Walmart, you're seeing, if you're typing in, let's say dog beds, you see, ads that maybe are saying sponsored products. We are showing ultra premium locations, like right front and center. So these are the search and grid placements. These are the first page of the search results, right? So ads may appear in slots 3, 5, 6, or 12 on the first page of the search results. One thing to keep in mind is that only 2 slots will be filled by sponsored products at any given time. And in order to be eligible, products must appear organically within the top 128 results, which is the first 3 pages, and must win the buy box. The search and grid placements are available for the automatic, which is content driven, and manual campaigns, which is keyword driven. We also have 2 other placements. So if we're not able to, if we don't hit that criteria for the search and grid, we have opportunities to serve the ads within the product carousels. These are at the bottom of the pages located within search results, category, and product pages. It's about 20, I believe it's like 24 ad units. So if you're scrolling at the bottom, you'll see them. And ads do not need to appear organically in the first 3 pages of the search results. So that's really great, especially if you have new SKUs that you're bringing onto Walmart. And then we have the buy box banner, and this is located on the product detail pages. Now, when you're on the product detail page and you have that add to cart, as an advertiser, if you are bidding competitively and utilize, we're usually seeing probably $1 CPC, which usually will help you win this placement. But the buy box banner is on the product detail page, which allows an advertiser to really influence and persuade a customer to maybe not purchase that product that they've clicked on, but to purchase your item that's being featured in the buy box banner. And these ad units, the carousel and the buy box banner, are only available in the automatic campaigns. They are currently not available within the for the keyword bidding campaigns. So we just went through. Okay. So sponsored products are selected based on 2 criteria. We're looking at relevancy and bid. So if we look at relevancy, right? So it's looking to see like how relevant is your item to the search query? How relevant is your item to all other like organic SKUs that are also being displayed on the page? Looking at your title, looking at your description, looking at your images, looking at, your shipping, are you in stock? Like all of these come into the relevancy factor. And then you have the bid. So it's a combination of both, right? So the one with the advertiser with the most relevant product and the highest bid will win the sponsored product placement. And in order to be eligible for the sponsored products auction, you must win the buy box. As you know, there's tons and tons of sellers that are probably selling similar items, right? So if a product is sold by more than one seller, all seller listings are presented on a single page, and there can only be one buy box winner. So the winner is a seller whose product goes into the cart where it's like the add to cart button, sold and shipped by. So what are we looking at, right? We're looking at, do you have a competitive price point? Is your product in stock? Do you offer fast shipping speed? Do you have on-time deliveries, positive reviews? These will help you win the buy box. We recently did a case study, and I wanted to showcase this case study. I understand that they have, millions and millions of SKUs, but we ran a case study with one of our marketplace vendors, which was VM Express. And during the holidays, they were looking to, grow their portfolio, drive holiday traffic, across multiple categories, which is like camping gear, vacuums, bedroom furniture. And as you can see, through setting up multiple campaigns, they had automatic, they had manual, they were increasing their bids because, as you know, during the holidays, it's a very competitive time on Walmart. And what we saw an 80% year-over-year holiday sales growth for VM Express through sponsored products. And as you can see here, this is our strategy, right? So the way we grouped our campaigns, organization of your campaigns is very important for sponsored products, right? We're really looking to maximize relevancy, and we did this through a defend and growth strategy, right? So they have some items that they knew were, during the holidays were like top, sailed items. So we were able to defend those. But then they also had some items, whether they were new items, new categories that they were really looking to grow. And they didn't just set it and forget it. These were continuous campaign optimizations. So they were going in there on a weekly basis and they were increasing their bids. They were adding SKUs, changing SKUs. And yeah, we really saw success. We had 13-to-1 return on ad spend. Like I said, an 80% increase in year-over-year sales. And here's just a quote from one of the VM Express marketplace development. As you can see, I'll just take some time if you guys wanted to read that. But 44% of sales were attributed from sponsored products. So sponsored products goes a long way. Now we'll dive into our bidding methods, right? So this is where I mentioned earlier the content-driven, which is automatic campaigns, and then you have your manual campaigns. So automatic, they're served against a combination of the most relevant keywords searched on Walmart. So we're relying on the Walmart algorithm to serve your ads. So again, making sure that we really have a robust product detail page, making sure that we have these keywords in the title and the description, because we're relying on the system to serve our ad. And with automatic campaigns, it really opens you up to a wider net, where you could be reaching customers that you never knew were even interested in your products. So within automatic campaigns, the items or the bid is set at the product level. Ads are available to show up search and grid, the carousel, as well as the buy box. We do have a minimum campaign amount for entry, which is meaning the system will not allow you to start advertising if at the campaign level your budget is less than $1,000, and at the daily level it's $100. But I just want to point out, this is a pay-per-click model. So you're only going to be paying when someone clicks on your ad. So it's not saying that you're going to be spending on a daily budget, a daily $100. It's just ensuring we have the budget to advertise. And then you have your manual campaigns, right? These are more of a targeted approach, right? Because you're bidding on keywords. And so you're bidding on keywords and match types, and then they're being tied to that search query. Keywords are set at the keyword match type level. Ads will show up in the search and grid only, and the campaign budgets are the same, $1,000 at the campaign level and $100 at the daily level. What's so great about sponsored products too is, let's say you only spent, $20 today. Tomorrow you will have $180 for that day. So it just ensures that, especially if you have like a popular item, and let's say it's like during the holiday season, you want to make sure that we're not going offline, that you have enough budget to run throughout the day. So again, automatic, these are content driven, where Walmart decides when to display sponsored products based on keywords identified, again, in the product title, description, product listing, product category, related products. This allows you to show up for long tail research, like I mentioned earlier. These are really great to help boost discoverability and visibility, improve sales of low performing SKUs, seasonal SKUs, and it's going to help your organic ranking again. And then we have manual, right? So this is an optimization strategy that increases product discovery within the search results because you're bidding on keywords. It gives you greater transparency, more control, because you're building a more robust, sophisticated search strategy that's really going to allow you to maximize your search investments. So these are, and we'll go dive into the different keyword match types. So we have, just like search, we have broad match, phrase match, and exact match. And I'll start with broad match. So this is like your safety net, right? So this is like your widest reach. These are all words in the bidded keyword are presented in the search query, but they don't necessarily need to be in the same order. They can be synonyms, they can be plurals, they can be misspellings. So let's say someone's searching for lizard hammock, and that's what they type in, and you're bidding on lizard hammock on broad match. They can type in purple hammock, best lizard hammock. They can just search for multiple variations, and if you're bidding on a broad match for that keyword, it will be able to map to that. And then you have exact match. Exact match is like the most targeted match type that you can have, because it's going to match exactly what that query that the shopper was searched for. And then you have phrase match, right? So it's like, if you think about the three little bears, you have, one's too hot, one's too cold, and one's just right? Phrase match is like it's like in the middle. It's like not as wide as a broad match, but not as strict as an exact match. So this allows you to show up for, let's say, keywords before and after the search query. So again, best lizard hammock, purple, it allows you to serve against that. We recently launched additional keywords, and this is an exciting new feature. So this allows you to add in keywords that are outside of our keyword suggested tool. So the way that Walmart sponsored products through our keyword bidding campaigns, you provide the SKUs, and then we have a keyword analytics tool, suggested keyword tool, that provides you with those keywords that are best suited for those items. So we're looking at how frequent was your item searched for on Walmart, and how often did your product appear for that search query. Now, if there isn't a keyword that is given back to you through the suggested keyword tool, you're able to add your own keyword. So what this does is really maximizes your reach with shoppers who are discovering your products. So some best practice are add all keywords that are included in your product title and description. Utilize the keyword performance report to discover new keywords. So again, like I said, if you're bidding on broad match and you're looking at your keyword performance report, and you are seeing maybe a search term that is being mapped to your broad match keyword with a really high return on ad spend, you're most likely going to want to add that keyword in. Again, add keywords for seasonal products and use branded keywords specific to your products you want to search. We will provide a maximum of 220 keywords, which are related to the SKU set based on the relevancy score. So, and the way you will receive those will be in descending order based on relevance. So it'll be like, these are the most relevant, medium relevant, and lowest relevant. So ensure that you're looking at the suggested keyword tool as frequently as possible. So again, best practice, combine suggested and additional keywords. This gives you greater control of when your ads will appear within the search results, giving you the potential to reach shoppers and maximize sales. I do want to call out, even though if you're going to utilize additional keywords, item needs to win the buy box and appear within the top 128 of the organic search results. So even if you're adding in additional keywords, it's that item still needs to meet some relevancy factors. So let's dive into best practices. So like I said, sponsored products are really here to help drive traffic to your site, but it's really up to you to get that conversion. And how do you do that? You do that through your product detail page, right? Your product detail page is the single most important piece of your search strategy. So make sure that you are using, high quality images, that you have, multiple images, multiple variations of your item if available. Your content is really robust. You have your ratings and your reviews, and you're really utilizing SEO, right? So ensuring that you have it's search optimized. So if we dive into like how we want to select our items and structure our campaigns, in order to see success with sponsored products, we really suggest that you start off being product agnostic. So even if you're selling on other channels and your own e-commerce site, you need to remember that Walmart is its own platform and it has its own unique customer base. So items that might perform well on, let's say, Amazon or Google might not necessarily be the case on Walmart. So you don't want to waste spend. So we want to start off with like just being product agnostic, right? So advertise as many items as possible in the beginning, and after about 3 weeks, see which ones are profitable, which ones aren't. And then at that point, you can really decide, okay, are these the items that I want to be advertising? If not, we should remove them. Run automatic and manual at the same time. So again, automatic is your wide reach. It's going to allow you to show up for longer tail research, and you're able to serve on multiple ad units. And then you have your manual campaigns, which are of a targeted approach. And these are just going to show up within the searching grid because you're going to map to exactly what that user is searching for. So key to a successful strategy. So whether you're trying to grow or defend, launch with as many products as you can to discover which which items are driving the most traffic versus return on ad spend. We always suggest to start with about 10 to 30% of your annual sponsored products budget to test and learn. Do some A/B testing. Run automatic and manual at the same time. I also suggest utilizing our bid multiplier. So when your ads are eligible to serve in these like ultra premium positions, and or if you know that you're seeing good return on certain device types, so whether that's mobile app versus desktop, you're able to add a bid multiplier. So the bid multiplier increases the percentage you set, and it helps you better compete for these opportunities to influence how often you'll appear at the top of the search results on the first page. So utilizing this bid multiplier is super important in your strategy. So best practices for automatic, right? So establish campaign goals, then set up campaigns for all active SKUs. Again, by advertising your full catalog, you're really going to gain insight to see which products are being searched for, which ones are being purchased on Walmart. Organize your campaigns and ad groups by product category top selling SKUs, growth SKUs, seasonal, new. Just create more detail-oriented campaigns. Don't just throw all SKUs into one campaign. By breaking it out, it really gives you more control and higher visibility into how your items are performing, which then leads to better optimization. Optimize your product detail page to help increase your conversion rates, and use the item performance report to track performance of your advertised items. This will ensure each item is being optimized to reach your set goal. And then you're going to track by the device type, where you're going to be using, like I said, the bid multipliers to increase bids on the devices that are leading to sales. For manual campaigns, you want to establish those goals. Again, set up campaigns and ad groups, but this time you're going to be doing it by related keywords, brands, product category. Be a little bit more tight in how you're creating your ad groups. We suggest a maximum of 20 to 50 SKUs with similar attributes per ad group. The reason why we say to group by similar attributes is, again, all those keywords will be relevant to all these SKUs that are within this ad group. So maximize the number of keywords in each ad group that have the most potential of bringing in the most value, and ensuring we're looking at these reports to increase our bids. As we know, if we have a competitive item, we may be outbid. So for automatic campaigns, the minimum bid per entry is 20 cents. For manual campaigns, the minimum bid is 30 cents. The system will not allow you to go below those minimums. But again, review your performance reports and don't just set it and forget it. You need to optimize, because if you have a competitive item, you may be outbid. So that 20 cents, that 30 cents may be too low. And then best practices for additional keywords. So utilize the keyword performance report to uncover new keywords. Add all keywords that appear in your product title and description. Seasonal keywords, branded keywords. 80, so one thing to call out, so 80 characters are max per keyword, and these are including spaces, and full strings of special characters are not allowed. So if you have like $, exclamation, and pound, like none of these keywords will be available. We can dive into some performance scenarios. So if we're getting clicks but low conversions, what does this mean, right? It does mean that a lot of people are clicking on your ad, but they're not buying your product. So the issue isn't visibility. The issue is really, the desirability. So if this happens, there are two things you should be looking at. So what is the price of your product? Again, Walmart, everyday low price. We want to ensure that we're offering the most competitive price point, right? Also, are you offering variant product options? Advertising sponsored product, the SKUs right now, it's only base item IDs. So ensuring that you have your variant SKUs available. So if you're selling a t-shirt, right, make sure you have multiple sizes, multiple colors available. Is your main photo high quality? Is it standing out? And then being like a differentiator, right? Differentiating your product by offering different features or accessories can really help stand out with the competition. So what happens if you're getting impressions but no clicks? Again, are you bidding on the right keyword, match type? Is this a very competitive marketplace? Are you not bidding high enough? Here's an example. If you're selling, white rubber balls along with everyone else on Walmart. So ensuring that we have, let's say, again, making sure that we are driving the most traffic to our product detail pages. So making sure your title, your image is really standing out. Also, are we winning the buy box? Why is my ad not showing for the keyword selected, right? So if you're coming in there and you're bidding on pet food, but you don't see your product appearing, one thing to also call out is like the bids and the keyword campaigns are also going through a relevancy check and auction. So again, you need to ensure that your SKU is part of the first 3 pages of the search results. There might be a competitor that's outbidding you for that particular keyword. So utilizing making sure that we're bidding high enough to ensure that we're showing up within the search results. Is your item out of stock? So this is, let's say you're advertising and you're like, I don't understand. Like, I'm bidding on this keyword. My bid is pretty high. I'm not too sure why I'm not showing up. The first thing you should check on is, are you out of stock in that geolocation? And then are you winning the buy box? And then from there, you do these other relevancy checks. Is it in the first three pages of the search results? All of these fun things go into, ensuring that our ads are being served. So in the UI, we have a field where you can pull reports. Reports are usually a day behind. So if you go on today, you will see metrics for yesterday. We have daily performance reports. This will default report, which provides you the performance on a daily basis. We have like a chart, but then you can also download, export. You have your ad group performance. So how are each of these ad groups performing in your campaign? Page type. So this is where, since we don't have currently like a search performance report or like a placement report, utilize the page type performance, because this is going to show you, okay, is my ad on the search, which means you're showing up in search and grid. But if it's showing up on the category or item page, you're more likely showing up in the carousel. So utilizing these reports will help you and ensure that we're bidding high enough to get to that ultra premium position on the search and grid. Item performance. So it's going to look at each individual item that you're advertising. So this is where you're like, okay, this item that I'm advertising is getting a lot of clicks, but it's not getting any conversions. This is where you either decide that you want to keep this item in your campaign, or you want to remove it, or looking to make sure that you have your product detail page, or are you not getting enough impressions? Are you not bidding high enough? So this is like, I always say, like, the item performance report and the page type performance report are two like helpful reports that you should be looking at on a daily basis. And then you have your keyword performance report. Again, this is going to show you the keywords, performance of your keywords that you're currently bidding on only in your manual campaigns. So how do you get started? If you are interested in learning more and want to start advertising, you're going to send an email to WPA Sales at Walmart with the following information: your company name, your legacy ID, and your Seller Center admin email. This is the main email address you use for Seller Center. We have self-serve, and then we have like managed service. So for self-serve, this is where you are looking to spend $25,000 or less annually in sponsored products. But if you are looking to spend more than $25,000, we have a dedicated team, and I actually have them in the room with me right now. But this is our SMB partner management team, and they are divided by category. And these are where you will be able to you run ads that are outside of sponsored products. You will be able to take advantage of the display ad units, the search brand amplifier, the sponsored products, and they can really help you create a strategy for the self-serve. And we'll make sure that this presentation is shared along with helpful links. But we did create a really helpful user guide, getting started guide, help center. So it's going to help you. How do I start creating campaigns? Or what are some most frequently asked questions, or what report should I be looking at? These will definitely be able to help answer any questions you might have. And that is it. So I really want to thank you for your time. I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to seeing some emails come in to start advertising as we're gearing up for the holiday season. So thank you.
All right. Can you guys hear me? Can everybody hear me? All right, can everybody hear me?
Yep.
All right, perfect. Just wanted to confirm. Well, thank you, Dion, for that overview on how Walmart sponsored products program, coupled with Deliver's 2-day delivery, can help sellers succeed on the Walmart marketplace. And now, Dee and I are happy to answer your questions. So let's begin. All right. So our first question is, and some of these, again, we may have already answered, so I just will read them out. This is an FYI. So what targeting capabilities do auto campaigns have? Say, for example, you'd like to target X products using a buy box ad.
So the only targeting is available, like you're setting your bid at the item level. We don't have any targeting options, but we do have for automatic, for the buy box, if you want to target the buy box, if you want to ensure that we're showing in the buy box, this is where you're going to use the bid multiplier to increase your chances of winning that buy box placement. But we don't have placement targeting, so outside of the bid multiplier.
Great. Next question. How do I determine if my item is showing within the first 3 pages of organic results? Which keywords do I use to identify this?
That is a great question. Right now, it's a manual process of going onto Walmart.com and searching to see where you're showing up. Also looking, if you're winning the buy box, looking into Seller Center, and that where you can see, okay, am I winning the buy box or not? Is my item in stock? But unfortunately, right now, for the first 3 pages, it's a manual process where you would have to go onto Walmart and search for your item.
So you mentioned that your relevance metric included good reviews. Does this mean that a new product without any reviews will not be displayed by the PPC engine?
Nope. That just, so for the search and grid, right? This one, that's the ultra premium position on the first page of the search results. That has the highest relevancy guardrails, right? Because that needs to ensure that you're showing up within the first 3 pages, and it takes into consideration the reviews and all of that stuff. But if you're net new onto Walmart, if you're a new product, we don't have enough history for you. So you're more likely not going to be available to serve within the search and grid. So you're able to serve within the carousel and the other unit. So just ensuring, even if you don't have reviews, ensuring that your item is relevant to the search query, that you're optimizing with SEO, that you're offering a competitive price and delivery. Because with new items, you will be showing in the carousel, which then leads to getting those clicks if it is relevant to what the user is searching for, which would lead to helping you move up the organic ranking faster.
So here's an interesting question. What happens if my competitor decides to click my ad over and over again, running through my $100 daily spend?
That's not cool, but we've never experienced that in the past. We've never had any vendors complaining because we don't know which competitor, who's actually clicking on the ads. I don't think there's anything we can do on that one.
Got it. Why is the minimum budget amount the same on campaign and ad group level?
Yeah, so that's a good question. So they just need to, it's not like we just need to ensure that we have, when you're setting up the campaigns, you're setting up the ad group, that it's all matching to the campaign level.
Do exact match keywords capture plurals? If I bid on vitamin, will it also show up for vitamins?
Yes.
Okay. Can we pause and add keywords from time to time in a running campaign with manual keyword bidding?
Yeah, so you will be able to, there's like a little button, if you move it left or right, right would be like turn a color and it will mean it's on, and then turning it left, which means it will be off.
I believe you would answer this earlier, but I guess the question came up again. What is the minimum CPC?
Yep. So for automatic, it's 20 cents. And for manual, it's 30 cents.
And I'm assuming that this information can be found in the performance reports, but the question was, is there any way to find out which products were sold in a particular campaign?
Yep, you will be able to utilize that through the item performance report.
Where can I find a help link that defines all of the relevance metrics?
Yeah, I will go ahead and share with Ben the links, the resources that you will be able to find everything, but it is our advertiser Walmart.com help page. So it's advertisinghelp.walmart.com. And I will put that in the chat box right now.
Got it. So I'm not sure if this is really an ad question, but it says, I guess when uploading content, it's asking for item ID. So I downloaded my Walmart catalog and copied the item ID over to the upload spreadsheet I downloaded. I also entered a CPC of, looks like 20 cents for each item. She then is getting an error message. Can someone tell me what I'm doing wrong or help me find the correct item ID in the Walmart catalog? Is that a Walmart support question?
So this is where you need to ensure that you have the base item ID, because variant item IDs are not allowed to be advertised. So ensuring whether you're working with your category team to make sure that you have the most relevant item ID. If you're still experiencing issues, please reach out to WPA Help at walmart.com, and they will be able to dig into this even further, but making sure that you are using your base item ID and not the variant item ID.
Are negative keywords available on Walmart?
At this time, they are not available.
How do I find the legacy seller ID?
So this is where you'll be able to find it within the Seller Center. If you're logging into Seller Center, you'll be able to use that ID.
Any report for keyword performance on auto campaigns?
At this time, no, it's only coming through the manual campaigns. So we don't have like a search harvesting tool.
It appears for some ads and ad features, there is a requirement to be the top 128 of search results. What if a brand new product is not within the 128? What are some of the ways to increase organic search on a brand new product?
Yeah, and this is like what we mentioned earlier. You will be able to run within the carousel. So advertising within the carousel and ensuring that, again, we have our product detail page like really like built out and robust, the lowest price, which ensures that we'll get those clicks, which will then help us with the organic ranking to then move up, to page 1 through 3 sooner than later. But new items, because there is no search history, it's really hard for you to come in and get onto the first 3 pages. So this is where, like I said, advertising through the carousel, and then ensuring that we have our product detail page that we're being promoted. It's really robust. It's going to help us increase the sales of that product, which then increases and positively affects all the factors that weigh into the organic algorithm, which will then further improve that organic ranking, right? So unfortunately, new products will not be able to run within the search and grid.
This particular seller a few months ago created 2 ads. His ad budget never gets fully used, and when he searches for his own keywords, no ads show up. And so the bid is set very high, and so I was hoping perhaps maybe you had some guidance.
Yeah, so if the bid is set really high, again, are you out of stock? Are you winning the buy box? Those are 2 things that we should be also looking at. And then, so if you're saying you're getting impressions, but you're not getting the clicks, so you're not spending the money, so no one's clicking on your ad. Again, making sure that we have the most relevant item that we're advertising from that query, but looking out of stock and buy box winner, because that's going to ensure that we are serving.
So this is, I guess, a two-part question. I'll take part two, but I guess the part two question was the sponsored product portal, is it accessed through Walmart seller or deliver? And how does that go into effect? I can quickly answer that because I know the answer to that. So the Walmart advertising sponsored products portal is separate from Deliver. And I believe, and Dion, you can confirm, once you get set up after emailing the WPA sales, they'll provide you with a link, which I believe will then give you access to that portal, correct?
Exactly.
Got it. And then I guess part one question was for auto bidding, how does the system choose between search, grid, or product carousel, or does the seller choose?
No, the seller does not choose. Again, putting a bid multiplier will help influence getting you to those premium positions, but it's really just based on relevancy and CPC, like we mentioned earlier, right? So search and grid has the highest relevancy checks. So that is, since it's our most premium position, so ensuring that we have the most relevant item and the CPC, that determines where you're going to serve.
Is there any competitive bid option available? Because we don't know what should be the relevant bid.
Yep, that's a great question. We are currently working on something like that, but at the moment, no. So this is where you would be, if you go into your campaigns and let's say you set your bid at 20 cents, just ensuring that you're currently looking at the performance reports to see whether or not you need a bid up or down, especially in a competitive category. But definitely looking into, in the future, seeing what we can do to help you guys with some sort of directional CPCs, whether that's, by the floor. So sometimes, let's say if you're selling vitamins, we do, depending on the categories, there could be some, bids that, let's say you might not be able to set your bid below, let's 70 cents, depending on the category. So there are some category bids. So also one thing that's so great about Walmart's sponsored products, which I didn't mention earlier, is that we're able to be bidding really low, like a 20 cents or 30 cents, and because we are still that newer marketplace, but what that does is we lead to a higher return on ad spend. So being able to bid at like 20 to 30 cents really helps you increase your return on ad spend to a higher amount.
How can you judge on manual campaigns what is a competitive bid?
So when you type in that keyword into the search, is your item appearing? That's going to help you see if you're actually winning that ad placement.
Are incentivized reviews allowed on Walmart?
I do not know the answer to that one. I can table that one.
How should keywords be separated, with a semicolon or a comma? Is there a minimum amount of keywords we should use for our sponsored product ads, or are more better?
Each keyword, it's in its own new line, and I think the more keywords, the better. And this is where you want to group your ad groups to be a little bit more niche, to have, like we mentioned, 20 to 50 SKUs, and you maximize the full amount of keywords, so 220 keywords, but use suggested keywords first, because those are going to be the most relevant keywords for your items on Walmart, and then add in additional keywords next. So limit is 5,000 total.
Does Walmart seek reviews from customers after they've received a product?
Since I am not on that side of the business, I'm not too sure.
Since this works on first price auction, how do I know if my bid is optimal to drive traffic and conversions and not too high or low?
Yeah, so since we are on the first price auction, again, you want to look at the performance report to see if you are bidding high or low, because if you know that you're bidding high, you're able to like take a look to be like, okay, like maybe I'm not in this competitive space. Maybe I could get away with bidding at 20 cents. It's like A/B testing right now, right? So you're going to check the performance report. You can start high, bring it back down, just play around with the CPCs. Look at the average CPC when you're pulling the campaign performance report, and then you can find out what's your optimal CPC.
And then I guess one of the final questions, how does billing work? Can we pay with credit card, or does media spend debit from our seller account? And how does the billing cycle work?
That's a great question. Yeah, so for marketplace sellers, your spend is being deducted from your overall Walmart spend, right? And this is through the Seller Central, the Seller Center. So you will be able to find everything in there. You'll get like an invoice for there, but everything is being deducted from your overall Walmart spend.
All right. Well, that seems to be all of the questions. Again, I would like to thank Dion and the entire Deliver Merchant community for joining today's webinar. I hope that everyone found the content and the discussion to be both educational as well as actionable. As Dion referenced, please be sure to contact the Walmart Media Group to obtain access to the sponsored products program. Should you have any additional questions, you can also contact your delivery account manager for assistance. Until next time, have a great week and happy selling, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay.